Donald Trump is betraying the people of the Central Valley. He is betraying the people that supported him. Donald Trump has turned their back, his back, on his supporters. We will not turn our back on those that supported Donald Trump. We will have their back. That's why I'm back in the Central Valley. Where the hell is Congress? The best of the Greek democracy, the Roman Republic, 3 branches of government, independent, co-equal branches of government, popular sovereignty, the rule of law. The rule of law. You saw a federal judge today on contempt charges against the administration, or at least asserting probable cause for contempt charges, criminal charges against the Trump administration on the fundamental rule of law, the principles of our founding fathers, the 250th anniversary of this great republic we're about to celebrate, that has held this place together, that has bound us together. All of that being challenged, a recklessness, a wrecking ball to the principles of our founding fathers. So I'm sorry to, you asked me if I'm angry. I'm resolved. That's all. And I'm proud of this state, and I'm proud to have an attorney general and a legislature that get it. And I'm proud to have this gift of having some agency and having a little authority as governor to push back against this moment because of these tariffs. Let me underscore that with more consideration and context to where we are. We are also the largest hunting, fishing, agriculture, and forestry state in this nation, 150% larger than the next state, Texas. When folks talk to us about the impacts, regional impacts of rural economies, you're talking about California. You're not just talking about the Midwest and places like Texas. You're talking about our state, the state of California. Almonds you see around us, export dependent. Pistachios, export dependent. Dairy, export dependent. In fact, 43% of almonds and pistachios and dairy are export dependent in the state of California. Few industries will be hammered more than the toxic uncertainty of these Trump tariffs. The impacts, what more evidence do you need? Check your 401k. Check your portfolio. If it includes Nvidia, you should check it right now. Nvidia, the great California company, one highlighted by this same Trump administration over the course of the last 24 to 48 hours, just got hit today with a $5.5 billion charge. Great California company got hit with a $5.5 billion charge, sending the markets to tumble yet again today. NASDAQ down over 2% as I speak. The uncertainty is pronounced and it is profound in the state of California. Consider just the imports coming from Mexico, Canada, and China. 44% of all of the imports into the state of California alone come from just those 3 countries, $197.3 billion in 2023. The impacts of these tariffs, particularly on those 3 countries, disproportionately impact the state of California. Across the spectrum, the impacts are off the charts. We talk about regional disparities. The impact in counties like this, counties like Kern, rural parts of the state will be outsized. It's not just the coast and technology. Think about the impacts already in the mega region of Baja and San Diego. Chris, you were talking about the integration of supply chains and a deeper appreciation and understanding that decades and decades forming relationship, building trust, manufacturing one side of the border, assembling on the other side of the border. You think about the impacts, the automobile industry, electronics, aerospace, in our state alone, disproportionate impacts. So California, why California? Well, that's why. No state is poised to lose more than the state of California. So that's our state of mind. And that's why we're asserting ourselves on behalf of 40 million Americans. And I imagine if you caucus those 40 million Americans, you'd find few, I don't care where they were in the last election, that are celebrating this uncertainty, that are celebrating the largest tax increase in modern U.S. history. In essence, a sales tax. In essence, a sales tax, a regressive sales tax that hurts working folks, that hurts poor folks, that hurts hardworking folks like Christine and those that Chris represents disproportionately. This is recklessness at another level. The geopolitical impacts are outsized. The trade impacts are outsized, not just the economic. That's why we were up in Canada making a case anew to try to encourage Canadians. What the hell do we have on the Canadians? Mocking people in another country, one of our great partners? Talking about being a 51st state? The fact that we had to invest in advertising up in Canada and encourage people to come to the great state of California, where 2 million Canadians visited last year, is a sign of the times, a testament to the moment we're living in. We're 2,000 miles away from Washington, D.C. We're a world away from the values that are emanating out of the White House. Again, that's why we're here. That's why we are asserting ourselves. I can't imagine anything more unifying for a state at this moment than stepping up as we're stepping up here today on this critical issue. So I just, again, want to thank the Attorney General, who's not been timid. He mentioned 14 lawsuits. We overall have 15 when you had the one he wasn't directly involved in. I want to thank him, and I want to thank the legislature. Don't forget, we did a special session, seems like a lifetime ago. It was just a few months ago, saying we have an open hand, not a closed fist. And it was a sincere sentiment. We didn't want to go down this path. We were hoping we didn't need to go down this path, but we prepared to go down this path. And so I'm grateful not just to the Attorney General, but to all of those members of his staff that he called out. I want to thank them for their partnership, their stewardship, the legislature, the same, for recognizing the severity of this moment. We talk about angles, we talk about, stupidity. This needs to be updated in the next Wikipedia or the next encyclopedia as a poster child for that. It's a serious and sober moment. And I'd be, in closing, lying to you if I said it can be quickly undone. And that's why we have a unique responsibility to do more at this moment as well. And I've been involved in, I think, 19 or so MOUs with countries around the world. We've been reaching out to foreign leaders. They've been reaching out to us. And the critical nature of subnational trade and people-to-people relationship cannot be understated at this moment. And California can and will play an outsized role in that relationship. We have got to rebuild trust. 80 years of economic dominance in just a matter of weeks being unwound by this kind of recklessness. And so we are here very mindful of the anxiety that this has imposed on all of you, and very mindful of our role and responsibility at this moment, not to be bystanders, and try to shape this debate and shape this conversation. And this lawsuit is a meaningful and justifiable effort to do just that, to be accountable at this critical moment in not just California history, but American and world history.